What's going on, guys? This is Sean from Southwestern Studios, back at it again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Sony ZVE10 with the 11mm 1.8 and the Sony APSC Kit Lens. So the surprise tonight is, though, we're going to be doing a quick vlog test with it at night. So you're going to be able to see the difference in image quality between the kit lens and that nice creamy 1.8 bokeh. Now we will be using the ZVE10 on the auto intelligent mode at night, so we're going to let the camera do all the heavy lifting and just kind of see what results we can get from that. So we're going to go out there, head out and do some vlogging now, and then we'll be back a little bit later to go ahead and check out the results. All right, guys, we're going to be taking a walk down this downtown area, and we're going to be giving you a little comparison between vlogging on the ZVE10 with the Sony 11mm 1.8 and the regular kit lens too as well. So we're going to see if the difference is really worth getting that 1.8. I'm going to go ahead right now and say yes, it probably is, but we're going to give you some more conclusive evidence, you know, once we kind of do this test. So like I said, the goal of this test is to see how the 1.8 deals, because it's low light, so we're going to want the fastest one possible, and it's an 11mm, which is 16.5mm equivalent, which is very nice. So, you know, if you hold it out, there's actually a whole lot that we can see, versus something where you're going to have a 24mm equivalent, and it's probably going to be something like this, which I think is a little bit too tight for vlogging. It's good if you're the kind of person who wants your face all up in the screen like this, but it's not really good like for normal type of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a walk down the street and kind of see exactly, you know, what kind of results that we get. So just enjoy this little walk around a downtown area of Tacoma. It is Saturday night, correct? Yeah. Okay. There isn't really much going on though. Everybody's in the pubs and the bars, but there's not much going on, I guess, down the street, so to speak. So, like I said, we'll see how this camera kind of holds up. And we're getting into a little bit of a darker area here too. So we're gonna see how it does. Okay, so we're in the dark. We're actually in a pretty dark area right now. There's not much lighting on us, but looks like the ISO is being brought up to expose me pretty good. So far I'm pretty impressed with how it's going. Now, so it is at 1.8, so we should be getting some decent amount of background blur. And it is filming us. We're in 4K 24p, and the shutter speed is 1/50th of a second, so we're good on that point. But it does drop down to 1/30th. Like right now, it just dropped down. So one thing I do like about the ZVE10 is it does have a tally light, so you can see very clearly, especially in the front, if somebody's using it to video you, and they have the LCD screen on the back. On the front has a tally light, so you can see exactly when you're recording and all that. That way there's no more like, oh, you know, are you doing it or he's not, what's going on? Now you can clearly see. And then again, even on the back LCD screen, there's a big red bar that goes across the edge of it too as well. That kind of shows that's what's going on. So we wait for this one to, okay, here we go. Let's do it.
Welcome to Tacoma, let's go.
There we go, see? We've got a car right here, even though I'm walking.
There's a crosswalk.
Yeah, see? I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, welcome to Tacoma, as you can clearly see here. The mean streets of Tacoma, Washington. Okay, so triple knock is gonna be around here somewhere. And then what we're gonna do is, once we get to that spot, we're gonna turn it around and we're gonna put on the kit lens, and then see if that turns into a blurry mess or if it's somewhat acceptable. So we're not putting a lot of post-production value into this one. We're just gonna show you what the video looks like. That way you can see what it's gonna look like when you're vlogging at night with that 11mm 1.8 and also with the Sony kit lens. Now, I do have my opinions on that kit lens from a while back, and a lot of people didn't like the opinion, but it was my opinion. And also the fact that was, for photography, I don't think it's great, but for video, I think it's okay. Actually, it's not too bad, but it does have some limitations that I will go on to in another one. So now I'm gonna stop, we're gonna swap the lenses, and we're gonna put the kit lens on. So this is officially the end of the 11mm. So we're reconvening right now. Now I've switched out to the kit lens. We're at 16mm. We're at f3.5. Looks like ISO 64. Shutter speed is 1/25. So again, we're gonna see how this ZVE10 handles all this, if there's gonna be noise, whatever here. It looks okay on this LCD screen that I'm looking at right now, but sometimes it's really tough to tell. So as you can see right now, it's way more up in my face, and I have to adjust the angle to what I'm doing, because now there's not a whole lot to see, because you're really seeing the grill, and we don't really want to see the grill. You don't want to see my ugly mug too much. You want to see the background and all that. So what I can do is I can hold it out a little bit like this, but then I look like even more of an idiot. So so I can hold it out like this, but this is where the wear is gonna happen on your arm. If you're sitting there doing that, you know, it's gonna be very tough to do that. So with the 11mm 1.8, definitely a lot easier, because I can just kind of tuck up the elbow right up to the chest, and you still get that field of view, but without the wear on the arm. So if I want the same field of view, I have to walk around like this, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. Right now I can tell you that this is not really the preferred way of vlogging. I guess you can get away with it, but I don't think that it's you're gonna be happy holding the arm out like this for that long of a period of time. It's gonna be a little bit too much. So like I said, we're gonna see how the ZVE10 handles all this. See, now we're not at 1.8 anymore, so we're gonna be having a whole lot of light loss compared to before. So now we're at 3.5, and then if I zoom it in at 5.6, that's what. Excuse me, guys. Okay. All right, we got the party going on right back over here. Now we zoom in. Look. Okay, so now we're at 50, but that's obviously not good. Let's go ahead and zoom back out. I'm gonna have the wife take a photo of me using the preferred position at 11mm versus this with the kit lens. So go ahead and, so just straight on, okay? So here's what I'll be with the 11mm. Now here's where I'm gonna be at with the kit lens in order to get the right field of view that I want. Okay, I still haven't seen a huge difference in the picture quality, the overall quality of the 4K video, but I will see that once we get back. Ooh, that part right here. So, is the metering changing a little bit? I'm still pretty bright out here. Okay, it is changing a bit, but yeah, so now it's normal. Let's go back over here. Yeah, now it's pushing the shutter speed up a bit. So we're gonna see what this has done, or what it looks like once we get back to the house. That's the main thing though. So next time, if we do a proper vlog, we'll do it probably in manual settings.
Going viral.
Not quite.
Yeah, shoot night, motherfucker. Yeah.
There we go. Tacoma forever. There we go. So of course we get people that once they see that somebody's vlogging or filming, they're always gonna say some stuff. So the best thing to do is have fun with it. I do. Anyways, so we're basically right back to where we started. If you recognize these trees, hold on, let's see here. Go further back. So these trees are right where we started, and we are gonna get into a real super dark part of town right now. So I'd rather not keep the camera out.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of raw vlog walk with the ZVE10 and the difference between the 11mm 1.8 and the original Sony kit lens in terms of how it handles the noise and image quality and all that good stuff. Okay, so we're back. You've just seen the vlog that we went out to do, and now we went through the video. So a couple things I want to mention. Number one, we were using intelligent auto. So what you were seeing with that, we were letting the camera do all the work. It did have a hard time kind of figuring out exactly where it needed to be autofocused at all times. There were times where you saw it in the video where it'd be focused on me, then it'd defocus and focus on the background, back and forth. Not all the time, but there were enough times. So I think that that technology, the autofocus technology, still has a little ways to go to make sure that it stays, you know, crisp on the subject at all times, as opposed to jumping around because there's too many colors or whatever. And number two, that the image quality from both lenses was actually somewhat similar, although it was slightly worse on the kit lens because of the fact that just less light was going into the camera. Therefore, the ISO is being pushed up a little bit. With the 1.8, of course, the ISO is a little bit lower, so it was a little bit crisper as far as the 4K went. Aside from that, though, they were pretty similar in image quality. There was nice bokeh, especially in the 1.8, but even the kit lens, it wasn't so bad. Like, it looked decent. Okay, so now the main thing, though, is that which one would you choose, or which one should you choose? Well, in that case, that choice is entirely yours. Whichever one you choose is what your choice is, and I'm sure you'll be happy with whatever it is. But if you're asking me my opinion, I would have to go with, of course, the 11mm 1.8. And two reasons. Number one is that 1.8 aperture is going to let in more light, therefore your ISO is going to be a little bit lower and your video is going to be a little bit cleaner. That's reason number one. And the second reason is really just simply for the fact that when you are vlogging with this lens, I can kind of keep it right here and use these supporting muscles to share the load and make sure that I really don't get tired from holding it like this very much. But once you're having to vlog with the kit lens, to me this is a deal breaker, is the arm is having to kind of shove out just like this. And I'm a big guy and I'm pretty strong, but even the strongest guy after a while is gonna have a hard time, you know, walking around like this. It's a little bit tough in order to get a good field of view, I should say. So with the 11mm, you don't have to worry about that. With this one, you do have to worry about that. And to me, that's where the deal breaker is. The 11mm, I believe, is what, $550. It's actually a very good price for what you get. This is useful for more than just vlogging. This is nice, probably for like astrophotography and things where you really need a super wide angle. Like, this is probably the lens to get if you're on a budget. But anyways, with all that said, I want to go ahead and conclude this video and say thanks for watching. Appreciate you taking your time out to watch Southwestern Studios and myself. We hope that you do drop a like, comment if you have any comments on this video, and go ahead and give me a subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will be back at you with the next one very soon.